Coming up on Guys Talking Sports, we talk about the NFL. We talk about Tom Brady. Now that the suspension is lifted, where do we go from here with that? We also talk about the NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, and how that's affecting him. We're also going to give our NFL Super Bowl predictions, our AFC Championship, NFC Championship, all those predictions. Got a full panel with me. Adrian Catwell, Earl Ross, and my special guest, Teal Watt, joins us now on Guys Talking Sports. What's going on, everybody? This is Guys Talking Sports. I'm your host, Al Qualls. I know we took some time away, but we are back. And I got a full guest host with me. Number one, I got my boy Earl Ross in the mix. What's going on, Earl? How you doing?
Yeah, what's good, everybody? What's good?
All right. Also got Adrian Catwell, my other guest host, along with me. What's going on, Ace? How you doing, man?
It's Thursday.
That is correct. And I also got a special guest host with me. Boy, I haven't seen him in a long time, but it's good to have you, Mr. Teal Watt. How are you doing, man? Teal, are you there?
I'm great. I'm glad to be here. I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
It does cut out.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Here we go.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you clear. Can y'all hear him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear him.
All right. We're just going to jump right into it and get started. So, of course, we're going to talk about what just happened today, and that is Tom Brady's situation where he's been cleared, quote unquote, he's been cleared to start game one in the season opener this season. He's been cleared of the charges. The Judge Berman nullified the charges against Tom Brady and felt as though that the suspension should have been lifted. So I just want to get you guys' take on it and just go ahead and run with it.
Well, I will open the floor to my to our esteemed guest Teal out of Connecticut, since that's Boston land, or excuse me, that's Patriots land around there. So, what are your thoughts, my man?
You go half and half. It's half Giants and half Patriots. If you ask anybody out here, they feel it's justified. Most people will stand behind Brady.
We lost him.
Completely lost him, yeah.
Yeah, we lost him. Hopefully he can get back. I'm going to defer it back to you, Earl.
Well, I mean, I was shocked and surprised a little bit. I mean, I didn't think that he was going to, completely get off. I mean, I thought at best maybe like 1 game suspension, maybe a fine, something else, but I didn't expect him to completely get off. I mean, the power of the commish took a serious hit, man. I mean, he took this all the way to court. The judge even kicked it back. I think there was some talk that he might be willing to work a deal out where he might take a 1-game suspension, but he did not want to own up to anything or admit to anything from that report. And then, the judge was like, nah, he said you guys can't work something out. He just made a ruling and said that the four games are null and void. So now it goes to an appellate court. This is going to just keep dragging on and on and on, and God knows how long it's going to mean. But the man Tom Brady's golden, man. The golden boy keeps going. He'll be playing, no 4-game suspension, and he's smiling pretty right about now. I mean, I don't know. This is Roger Goodell's gonna have a lot of explaining to do. A lot of explaining to do back to his back to the owners who wanted to see the Patriots, punished for past transgressions. So now I don't know. He's good.
No, I agree with that. I do agree with that. Hey, Till, I know that you got back, so I just want to get your take on it as well.
Well, like I was trying to say before, Out here, it's kind of a mix between the Giants and the Patriots. So you find Connecticut split in half a lot of times. But when it comes down to it, if you're talking about Tom Brady, usually people will support him without a doubt. So if you want the feeling around here, most people probably wouldn't have any issue with what came up prior to them trying to indict him and bring him up on anything with Deflategate. My feeling, honestly, I didn't really see it going another way. He's kind of the golden boy right now. They won another Super Bowl, and I think Roger Goodell, I think his issue didn't just stem with what happened with the Patriots. I think it goes back to the right situation of him not being on things fast enough. So I think he was ready to jump into whatever was next because he didn't want to look like he wasn't doing anything that was necessary. And I think he's been in question a lot, especially since then. So I think he feels the pressure. So I think he was ready to jump on it and, whatever proof we can get, and they were going to go ahead with it any which way. And I think that was a mistake on his end. Brady's sitting pretty, and why would he take it laying down? Why would he accept that? So, I think he's in a good position right now. I mean, do they want to keep going after him on this? I don't think so.
I don't see them going. I don't see them actually doing anything else at this point after today's verdict. Ace, I think we lost Adrian. I'm more curious as to. I mean, like you said, I was more curious to see what the fans up there, what their reaction was, and you said it was split 50-50. I'm just more curious to see what does this do in regards to the rest of the league is concerned. I mean, concerned when it comes to dealing down these type of punishments now, because this basically was a black eye to the commissioner, and it just seems as though that now a lot of people, and I'm not, well, I can't say a lot of people, some of the people that I'm hearing, especially over on my end, are saying that, I think it's time for Goodell to be let go as the commissioner. Do you think that that's going to be something that's going to happen down the road?
That's a good question. I think possibly. I think they want to go with someone new at this point. Possibly. He's in a position where he has more explaining to do than anything else. How much of his job is he going to get done in the meantime while all this is going on? So I think they may call for his head eventually. Will it happen sooner than later? I don't know. Do they want to do it at the beginning of the season? I don't know if they would do that. It might be something that you wait till the end of the season, and you see what what you can do. Because who would they put in his place in the interim?
That's a real good question, because no one really is under. No one I could think of off the top of my head would be there to immediately replace him. And it's very interesting to see what happens. Ace, let me get your take on the whole Roger Goodell thing.
Obviously, he can't be the judge and the jury. And so I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this question: do you think that? And I'll give you the same question. Do you think that Goodell will maybe not the beginning of maybe not this year, but sometime in the future, will he have to resign as commissioner of the NFL because of his performance? Do you think that's going to happen where they're going to let go of Roger Goodell?
Sure. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. I gotta go with what Teal was saying. I don't believe that they have anybody that could replace Goodell at this time. I don't even know if they have somebody that they're grooming, or unless they have the associate commissioner or somebody that would step up and take its place. But I mean, I guess as it stands right now, I mean, it is what it is. Goodell did what he did. It backfired on him. Regardless of if they have the proof that they need or not. I guess my biggest thing is, and I guess what a lot of people want to know is, if there was really nothing to hide, why did Brady destroy the cell phone? And I guess that's where the NFL is probably putting all their eggs in the baskets. Like, if he didn't have nothing to hide, the cell phone would still be there, blah, 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 and there would be no excuses. But I'm just tired of hearing about it.
I think everybody's tired of hearing about it.
I agree with you on that. Well, hopefully, I hope that this is the end as far as the Tom Brady thing is concerned. At this point, there's no reason to even to pursue this anymore. Even though I hear that they're appealing the decision. At this point, it's just let it go. But I do hope that the two employees that was suspended because of this, I hope that they get their jobs back. But you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm more curious as to if I'm wondering, because why would the Patriots owner accept the punishment that the league gave down to him the first time? I think there's just so much stuff. There's too many questions, and to be honest, I guess that's just too much red tape. I just hope that this is over with and we can move forward to actually football, because, like we said before, when this whole thing started, that Tom Brady is going to be the topic of conversation until this is taken care of. So hopefully this is, taken care of so that we can just move on and enjoy football.
Yeah, it needs to be, because I think it's dragged on far too long enough, and everyone is completely tired of it. But the only thing it does, it opens up Pandora's box now, to say the fact that Adrian's taking pictures over here, to say the fact that a lot of players are now going to start sending stuff, past, Roger Goodell if there's any kind of issues that occur. So they're going to go past him, go to a judge, and take their chances there. If Tom Brady can do it, why can't they? So I think you're going to see Roger Goodell not be so swift and heavy-handed on certain things. And I think at best you probably see maybe an arbitrator come in and to kind of, look at things first before it hits Roger Goodell.
Yeah, but I'm also curious to see whether or not what this does for people that are currently suspended, like how this is going to react for their particular cases with like some of them that smoke marijuana, of course. Their 4-game suspensions, like Shelton Richardson, that's the person that was coming to mind, and these other people that are suspended for whatever reasons. I'm wondering how that affects them. Where are they going to fight it just as well as Tom Brady did, or are they going to accept their punishment and just take it from there?
I don't know. Shelton Richardson needs to not fight anything and just take his punishment, have several seats somewhere, because he's just a straight idiot.
Wow.
Okay.
That's just him, my opinion.
Okay. Okay, fine.
There are those that just need to sit down. Oh my God.
Just take it fine, a suspension in games, and just keep quiet, and then, just leave it at that.
But I mean, we all know that the whole reason Goodell is even acting the way he's acting is because of the whole Ray Rice incident and how the league botched that whole thing. And now, I don't condone striking a woman at all, but I mean, we all understand how, because it went from an investigation to just a 2-game suspension to him being suspended for the entire year to now the man can't find a job, but it's just bananas, If you think back when Roethlisberger was doing his things in those bathrooms somewhere down south and all of these allegations came out, it wasn't, I can't recall if Goodell was the commissioner at that time or not, but I mean,
the commission.
It's just interesting how all these things just kind of go on, and it's one thing, you do one thing with some random chick in the bathroom versus you have an unfortunate situation with your fiance, now wife, in a hotel casino elevator with unfortunately cameras everywhere, and it shows it to be really horrific. Whereas it was more a he say she say sort of thing in Roethlisberger's case, because there was no film or no pictures or anything of that matter, and the camera at that bar didn't provide anything,
And let's segue into that particular topic right there, because that's a topic that kind of got on my last good nerves last week. How is it that these, my have some subscribers are Steelers fans, and I might upset some Steelers fans out there, but how the heck are you going to sign a petition over 1,000+ people against them bringing on Michael Vick? Well, you just said it, Ben Roethlisberger had all those, allegations or whatever. He even got suspended for a couple of games back in 2010 because of that.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to sit there, not to say one incident is worse than the other, but how are you going to sit there and protest Vic when you're not going to sit there and protest Roethlisberger on the team?
I can answer that.
Three charges brought up on him.
I can answer that question because Roethlisberger was the starter and is the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You bringing in Michael Vick from wherever team, it's pretty much Ben Roethlisberger already won those fans over when he got them a Super Bowl. And ever since then, and I'm not defending him, of course. I'm just saying that, when you have a star, a quote-unquote star in a league, and what it is that basically you're giving, it's like, how can I put this? It's you're giving the acceptance. Like, okay, what you did was wrong, but, you still leading my team on, I'm going to still follow you. Similar like Kobe Bryant and his whole situation when he was in Denver. It took a minute, but people still are now still following him. It's pretty much, what have you done for me lately? And as long as Roethlisberger, is in the hunt of putting Pittsburgh in that position to win a title, I don't think it really matters to them. Michael Vick hasn't done anything for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they believe as though he's not a player enough. I mean, he's not the same person he was in his Atlanta days. So they feel as though that, why bring someone here who's not going to help and has all this baggage when, we have someone here that's already proven that they won, and we still gonna love him despite what is going on in that particular person's life. And it's pretty much the fans are thinking it from, well, this is what Ben has done for us, so I'm gonna still support him no matter what. And you do have fans that will support no matter what. Whoever, no matter what they're doing, they'll still support them no matter what. As long as they're winning games, they're still for them.
Nah, I agree.
Okay. But that was just my opinion. I'm not going to say.
But it just goes to show, though. I got to be quiet because I'm asleep. It just goes to show how this society sit there and value the life of a dog, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a dog owner. I love my dog. I hate to see other dogs go through some sort of cruelty or anything like that. But in the same sense, it's crazy how Vic can go to jail for illegally, for dog fighting or whatever. But Roethlisberger gets a slap on the wrist for alleged assault. And I guess it wasn't proven. But, I don't know. It's just crazy how it's the fact of animals are put on that pedestal, especially dog and cat owners, those type of people, PETA, really take the animal to that level, which is
just like the dog you were just holding, right?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love my dog. No, I love my dog, but in the same sense, yes, he was dog fighting, illegal. Okay, boom. Was it worth 3 years in prison, or however long he was in prison for? When you got jokers murdering people on the street and they can get out in 6 months? You know what I'm saying?
That's one of those But I do have one player in defense of what I was saying. I have to get back to what I was saying. I do have one player in defense, and I'm talking about Jameis Winston.
What did he do?
Well, I'm saying Jameis Winston. It was in that same similar situation where he fought somebody when he was still in Florida State, and was it alleged sexual assault?
Rape.
Yeah. And the Florida State, from what I remember, I believe the Florida State, everybody was defending Jameis Winston and helping him out instead of the victim. But that's because Jameis Winston was going to lead Florida State to the national championship. And look where he is now in the NFL.
Yeah, but the chick also filed a civil suit, so he ain't getting away from that. She patiently waited so he can cash a check, and now she's going after some dough.
Yeah, no. I agree with that. What I'm saying is that from a fan perspective, again, it's still that what have you done for me lately? Like if I know for a fact that you're going to, and I'm not defending them, of course, but I'm just saying, like, from a fan's perspective, they'll still cheer and root for the person as long as they're bringing back a national championship or a championship to them. That's just that's the world we live in, where fans, they will support no matter what.
Yes, winning cures all.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, well, that's true. But it's if you just look at how celebrities are treated in this country, it's about how much they love that celebrity. A lot of people get away with a lot of stuff that they shouldn't. Not that I really want to get into this subject, but how many women had to come forward on Bill Cosby?
Yeah, true.
Very, very, very true.
Everybody, and they can't separate themselves from what they think of Bill Cosby. I do not know the gentleman personally, so I have no idea what he's actually like. My memories of him are the Cosby Show, and so are a lot of people my age. And you get this sense of, when you watch things like that you get a sense of what the person is like, and oh, they must be a good person, and they wouldn't do this kind of stuff. Just like on the news today, when it came to Tom Brady, one guy said, "Well, Tom Brady's a good person. I'm glad that it's over." Well, you don't know what Tom Brady's like unless you've been with him. Unless you've been to his, and forget about being to his house and being invited over one time. Unless you are actually with this guy and you've seen him at his worst as well as his best, you really don't know a person. So if you look at the culture and how we gravitate towards people and how we defend people before anything is brought forward, any proof of whatever it may be, this is how we treat the people that do what we idealize as great. we give them the benefit. They could be a monster. They might not be. But when we see them in a certain light, we equate that to what they are as a person. And you're going to find that in anything, whether it be sports or acting or, the greatest invention since whatever. And that's what you're dealing with and what you're going to run into. And that's the only reason why some of these people are able to move forward when you have such horrible accusations are going on. Yeah, but that's my take. So
can't deny that.
Yeah, you basically, there's nothing else to say about that. That's just like, okay, Ed dropped the mic. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you on that. But all right, let's get out. Let's take a break from Tom Brady.
Didn't mean to bring him back up. Just an example.
No, it was my fault because I that's what we started off with because of course Tom Brady is right now that's the news right now. My question to you guys is since we're talking about the NFL, before I wanted to say because we're almost pressed for time, but I wanted to get your guys' takes on this upcoming NFL season. Basically, we'll have to do a more elaborate talk, a more detailed talk about the NFL sometime next week. But for now, real quick, I just want everybody just real quick to just give me their top 2 teams from each division. I mean, each conference, the AFC and the NFC, and also predict who would win. Who would be in the Super Bowl and who would win in the Super Bowl?
Oof, that's a quick one right there.
All right, okay, all right.
I would have to say, and I can reserve the judgment to change.
No. This is not like I'm saying you're a lock. You gotta stick with this. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. All I'm just saying is based on what you saw in the preseason, and based on what you think, who do you think is going to favor out in the AFC and the NFC, and who's going to win it all?
Well, since I didn't see a whole lot of the preseason games, I'm going to preference my comments about what I've seen in the off-season pretty much, and what I've seen in the preseason. So I have to at least give Seattle 1. And I can't go with anybody. It's a split. Maybe the Eagles, but I have no faith in the Eagles, and I damn sure don't have any faith in the Cowboys because they'll blow it like they always do right at the end. I think DeMarco Murray is going to hurt them probably down the stretch when you hit November and December. You need to run that rock instead of throwing it. So I think that's when DeMarco Murray is definitely going to hurt them. But I think the offensive style that Philly plays is going to hurt their defense in the long run. At the end of the season, they'll be tired like last year. But I'll probably have to say Seahawks and the Eagles from the NFC, AFC. Have to go with the Patriots begrudgingly, and I probably would say the Colts, even though I'm not that strong about the Colts, but I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Okay. Well, okay. Let me get your Super Bowl. Like, who's gonna make it to the Super Bowl? Who you think gonna win?
I can almost see a setup rematch between the Seahawks and Patriots going for the Super Bowl.
Winner?
I can see that.
I'm gonna go to Seahawks. I don't think 3 times of the charm you get them, point blank range people in the miss. Nah, I think Seahawks get them again. I think the Seahawks win. They won't have no Darrelle Revis, and they lost a few people on defense. I think that'll get them in the end.
Okay. I'm Ace. Let me get your take. Oh, Ace is not there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, Till, you're up.
Oh boy. Well, if you're talking Super Bowl, I'm going to go with the Seahawks, just because I think they got cheated. Unfortunately, they got cheated by the coach. They never should have made that call.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I yeah. And I'm not even a Seahawks fan, to be honest, but I would go with them. Anything else I give you is just because I usually stick with the home crowd. And being that I just moved here from Northeast Ohio, so we're going to leave that alone. I would just go with the Seahawks to win it all. And I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of preseason. I haven't really been keeping up with it. This summer, the late summer has been really hectic with us moving. But I'm actually putting everything I got behind the Seahawks to win. Whether it'll be a matchup with them and the Patriots, I would like to see that. I don't know that the Patriots will actually go. I think I think enough is going on with them. I think they're going to do well to a point, and then we'll be eliminated in the playoffs. I don't know who to pick to go up against the Seahawks, to be honest, though.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
yeah.
To be honest, I haven't really been watching as much of the preseason as well. So we're both in the same boat as that. But I will say this: the top two teams that I'm looking at right now. I know the Patriots is supposed to be a lock, but I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna pick a dark horse for that. I'm going to choose. Well, for the AFC, number one is going to be the Colts. I think that they got enough offensive firepower that they was missing from last season to do it what they should have done last season. So I'm gonna go with the Colts for the AFC, and I'm not gonna, Patriots is too cliche right now, so I'm gonna pick somebody different. I'm gonna pick Pittsburgh. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. So I think the Colts and Pittsburgh is going to be in the AFC with the Colts going to the Super Bowl this year. I'm picking Seattle, of course, to make a return back. But I'm going to go outside the box and pick the Packers. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I'm picking the Packers since nobody's mentioned them, and I think Seattle.
I was thinking about the Packers too, but once they lost Jordy Nelson, it's I don't know how they're going to be this season coming up. It's just kind of it's iffy.
No, it is very iffy. It is very iffy. But other than Seattle, I think it's a toss up in the air between the other teams. Like you mentioned, the Eagles, Arizona might get in the conversation, but I think it's a toss up right now. And usually, if you have Aaron Rodgers, you really can't lose off of that toss up. So I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers, but I still believe Seattle is gonna make it back to the Super Bowl. I would love to see Seattle against the Colts in the Super Bowl, but in the end, I think Seattle is going to have too much of a chip on their shoulder from last season, from last Super Bowl, to not do anything but win the Super Bowl. So that's my pick for them.
I also want to see how Seattle does when their quarterback actually has a decent salary. He's been playing like that for so long on crumbs. I want to see what he does when he actually has a decent salary. So I'm kind of excited to see Russell this year.
It'd be interesting to see how he really plays because, if anything happens where he is not up to par like he's been the previous seasons, I would feel so bad for him.
Yeah,
because all that talk.
Well, I mean. Why you think that he won't be hungry anymore because he finally got that paycheck?
That's exactly what I think it's going to be. I think that determination is going to be lost. I think, now that he's gotten what he was trying to, prove to everybody that he is worth that amount of money, it'll be interesting to see how this season progressed for him.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he better make sure that he's still up to par because that's, he has to prove it now.
Yeah.
They did everything that they needed to do. He has to stay committed to do what he needs to do to bring them back to the Super Bowl. Because if they don't make it to the Super Bowl, everybody's gonna talk about the money that they gave Russell Wilson instead of picking up, or retaining some of the pieces that they had.
Mm-hmm.
But they kicked out a lot of money for some of these cats already, so I don't think it's going to be, more so next year and the year after to keep together because they shut out a lot of cash.
Yeah. And Chancellor's still on the side, right? He hasn't come back to the table yet.
Well, he's under contract, but he's griping about some more money, even though he doesn't sign a new contract. I think it was last season or season before last, so he's still under his old contract.
Which I don't understand. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I do not understand this. How is it that if you sign a contract and then how do players sign a contract 1 year and then the following year gripe about the contract that they just signed the previous year?
Because it's all about money.
I have no idea. I wish stuff like that worked for me.
I'm like the same thing. Like come on, it's amazing that these players, I'm not in the NFL, so but these players, they just, it's like, okay, I'm so happy that 1 year they I'm so happy I signed this with $40 million guaranteed. I'm so ecstatic to be a part of this organization, and then the following year, I don't think I'm getting paid enough. I never got that.
Well,
that's the business.
It's the business, but playing devil's advocate, from their point of view, I'm putting my body on the line. We have more information on what's going on with these injuries, especially to our head, of what's going on, and they're going to play to that. And for a long time, it didn't matter. You love the person that played for the love of the game, but when they lost it and they were just a horrible person at home when they weren't playing and they didn't know what's going on with them, nobody's too worried about it. So as long as somebody knows that they're a commodity, and as long as they know that every day could be their last in this career, because it's brutal. How many people were injured just in the preseason? That are gone for the season. Whether, and that's why you don't put your veterans in. You got rookies trying to prove themselves, and if you watch what is it on HBO?
Oh, the Hard Knock Life.
With Hard Knock, yeah, you got a rookie that blew out his ACL on the first day of practice. And the truth of the matter is that can happen to anyone. The career of a NFL star is not long. The ones that are long are the superstars that we all know and love. Those are ones we pay attention to. We don't pay attention to the product that is just run through the mill on time, if you will. So I think, and whether that is their mentality, I think a lot of players will play to that now. Get the money when you can. It's not so much honoring what I've signed, because they feel as though they won't be honored on the other end. They can be traded at any point, which they agreed to. But if you put everything that you have into a situation, and your career, if you have a great one, will be over before your mid-30s for most people. You've had a few that go past that. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. This is what they know. This is what they love, and they know what's going to come to it. The smart ones know what's going to come to it. That's what they do.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't begrudge them for getting their money. Sometimes I think when you sign a contract, like Al said, you should honor at least a portion of it. But still, it's a violent sport. these contracts aren't guaranteed. I mean, the only thing that's guaranteed is your signing bonus or the guaranteed money. Even I think that's even a little sketchy. But I mean, like you said, you can rookie first play at practice, blows out of the ACL, done for the season, and who knows how it's going to be when he comes back. So, I mean, yeah. So I say it again.
I said, and still has to prove himself.
Yeah, you're right.
When he comes back.
Yeah.
So I think that's how that goes. Granted, any contract I sign, I gotta honor because I can't afford the lawyers that are going to get me off. So
that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Like you do, I just feel as though that's something that I would expect for the players to honor. And I'm pretty sure that even though that they're griping about it, they're still honoring it. Where they're like, you know what, it's a business, and they understand that, and I understand that. And you see players nowadays, like even young players now, they're not even staying in the league more than a year or two before they're retiring now. So they're doing what they can at the height of their career, and then now they're getting out a lot quicker.
Yeah,
it's basically, but I do understand it. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me sometimes when you see players just signing signing contracts extensions, and then at the end of the day, following year, they're just like, hey, my contract is, we need to talk about our contracts. But that's something we could talk more about down the road. I see Ace is back.
Hello.
Hey, real quick, to be honest, I don't really have anything else to say at this point. Ace, do you want to talk anything in regards to NFL salaries? Basically what we were talking about. Oh, okay, all right. Well, then there we go. Okay, all right. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Real quick, I would like to thank Earl Ross for stopping by. Earl, real quick, let them know where they can reach you. If you want them to reach you.
You can hit me up on the gram at JEROSS7. Out there on Twitter, same handle at JEROSS7. You can catch me out there on the book. I'm out there as well. So I'll let you go if you wanna.
All right, Ace, man, let them know where first of all, let me thank you. Well, let them know where they can reach you at as well.
Let's see if I can remember my Twitter handle. And I think that's Adrian Cat, ADRIAN Cat 1963 on Twitter. I am not on Instagram. I am not on Facebook. If you don't tweet me, I don't know you.
Okay.
But what I do want to say is, it's Thursday night. College football is back. Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go beat Georgia Southern Saturday night under the lights in Morgantown. Let's go. Let's get this season started. It's going to be great. It's college football time.
Was that a shameless plug for West Virginia?
I always shamelessly plug West Virginia in all my shows.
Yes, it was. Oh, that was shameless.
All I gotta say is country road, take me home.
That's right. That is right. To a place where you belong.
Side note, I went to a wedding out in West Virginia, and that's all they were singing. They had me even singing it like strong. Like I know the words by heart. But that's neither here nor there. Teal, man, I really do appreciate you coming up here, for your first time and chatting sports with us, man. I really do appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much.
No problem. Now, I don't know if you want to plug where they can reach you at, if you're on Twitter or if you're on Facebook or any place that you want them to reach you at.
I'm gonna hold off for this first time. I'm sure if anybody wants to talk to me, they'll hit one of you guys up. I'm the newbie. And they'll ask me a question. I have no clue. I don't know. I'm moving from state to state, and I'm just dealing with my kids going back to school. I got 3 little rugrats that drive me nuts. So.
No, wait. You're supposed to say. No, you're supposed to say I love them very much. All right, no, that's fine. That's
gonna
completely
drive me
fine.
crazy.
No, that's completely fine. For everybody else, of course, you guys, I do appreciate it. You can reach me on Instagram, on Twitter. I am Al Qualls, of course. You can hit me on Facebook, even though I don't really do it Facebook as much. I'm trying to get out of that. But for Twitter and Instagram, and also on Google Plus, definitely hit me up on Al Qualls on my handle. Also, for folks there that are watching, please subscribe to the page. You can hit the subscribe button, which is on the lower right-hand side. I really do appreciate it. This will be available on Friday after I make my edits and everything. But for those that subscribe, I really do appreciate you guys subscribing. Also, shout out to the people that was at the YouTube Space event in New York City. Met a lot of you guys, and we will be working with you shortly. I've talked to a couple of people already in regards to networking and collaborating. So you will be seeing us collaborating with other subscribers as well. Also, if you're a subscriber and you have a page and you want to collaborate, feel free to hit us up. Subscribe and send a message. We would greatly appreciate it. But for now, this is Guys Talking Sports. Until next time, you guys take care. 1.